Story 1. The Stepmother's Endless Ride. Narrator's voice, low, deliberate, with a cold edge of satisfaction. In a house cloaked in deceit, a stepmother's malice reigned supreme. She ripped a girl from her father's arms, exiling her to a far-off school, her heart as frigid as the iron gates that locked her in. Time turned, and the girl, now a private eye, thought her father lost to this serpent forever. But karma, dear listener, sharpens its fangs in silence. One stormy night, a fireman's text lit her phone, a fluke discovery. He'd found 2 cars on a lonely road, their windows steamed with sin. Photos showed the stepmother, locked in a stranger's embrace. The daughter's pulse quickened, her resolve steel. With her partner, she trailed the liar, collecting proof like ravens hoarding bones. The stepmother came home to ruin, her life in tatters, her husband's eyes glacial. She shrieked, but the storm drowned her despair. Her stepdaughter took back her father, leaving the woman with nothing. Now, when the mist hangs heavy, locals glimpse her, pedaling a spectral bike down that cursed road, her face gaunt, seeking a mercy she'll never find. The night holds her crimes, and it never forgives. Story 2. The Voice That Never Faded. Narrator's voice, slow, with a taunting lilt that rises to a ghostly hum. In a sleepy town, a man's voice roared like a tempest, oblivious to its power. His wife loathed it, her words venomous, cutting him down with glee. "Your voice disgusts me," she sneered, her infidelity a secret she buried deep. She fled him, her betrayal a parting sting, and he swore her name would never pass his lips again. Years later, his sons shared an odd story. Their mother, now wed to her lover, yelled ceaselessly, not in fury, but need. Her new husband's hearing was slipping, lost to age. She, who scorned her ex's volume, was caged in a life of endless shouting, her throat ragged. At dusk, the boys heard a murmur in her house, a low, jeering chuckle, like their father's voice, drifting through the walls. It trailed her, swelling with every holler, until her sleep was a chorus of the sound she'd hated. Some call it his ghost, others, her shame. But one truth rings clear, karma speaks loud, and it never hushes. Story 3. The Posts That Predicted. Narrator's voice, tense, with a threat of fear, as if unveiling a dark secret. He unearthed her treachery on Reddit, each post a wound to his soul. His wife's affair spilled out in vivid lines, her taunts shredding their vows. Fury took hold. He blasted her posts online, mailed her kin overseas, and torched her career with brutal reviews. He banished her, breaking her things, finding stashed money like the house itself turned traitor. But as she vanished, dread crept in. His screen glowed, her Reddit account lived again. Fresh posts detailed his days, his insomnia, his wrath, his every step. He erased them, but they respawned, sharper, as if she peered through his walls. Soon, they foresaw his moves, trivial at first, then his deepest fears. His phone pinged with messages from her old clients, blaming him for chaos he hadn't caused. He fled to a new city, but the posts tracked him. Last night, her username blinked with a chilling note. "I see your next mistake." The room chilled, and he heard her giggle, just outside. Betrayal scars, but some eyes never blink. Story 4. The Affair That Stole Everything. Narrator's voice, sly, with a dark glee, as if savoring fate's cruel game. A man learned of his wife's cheating, but he wasn't just a broken heart. Suave, clever, he found her lover's wife, rich, her husband a parasite. He contacted her, posing as a wounded soul, his allure a snare. Before long, they were lovers, their tryst a wildfire of desire and vows. He painted a grand tomorrow, and she drank it in. The cheaters' lives crumbled. The lover's wife ditched him, her wealth secured, her prenup a blade. The man's wife, deserted by her fling, sank into ruin. But the scorned husband, he wed the heiress, their days drenched in splendor, villas in Rome, Tokyo, London. The exes withered in shadows, their names dust. Yet, in their lavish halls, footsteps echo at night. Windows rattle, and silhouettes twist, mirroring the lovers they crushed. He bolts awake to his ex-wife's hiss, vowing revenge. Last month, a vase shattered near his pillow, and the heiress saw her ex's face in the dark, his grin hollow. Karma crowns kings, but it also sets snares for the proud. Story 5. The Honeymoon's Curse. Narrator's voice, somber, with a spectral chill, as if etched in fog. She abandoned her husband of decades for a doctor, her lover, their child a wild hope. Both sped through divorces, handing all to their exes for freedom. She left empty-handed, trusting her new man's riches. They wed, her wound full, and fled to a tropical isle where love would bloom. But the island struck back. A car, brakes gone, plunged off a cliff. Her husband perished, his body mangled, leaving her stranded, pregnant, with no way out. She returned to a merciless world. No cash, no roof, no pity. Her ex, now thriving from their split, turned his back. She roams now, babe in arms, claiming she sees him, her doctor, lurking at every turn, his stare vacant, calling her near. Locals whisper the island damned her, chaining her to that deadly drop. In the haze, they hear her cries, and tires shrieking forever. Some nights, she hears his voice, a soft dirge of sorrow. Karma spares none, not even those who chase new dawns.